The naked ghost tea happened when I was 4 years old. My mom and dad had gotten into a fight that night, and the police drove me, my sister and my mother, to my Aunt Martha's house, as requested by Mother. It happened when I was 4 years old. My mom and dad had gotten into a fight that night, and the police drove me, my sister and my mother, to my Aunt Martha's house, as requested by Mother. We were let out of the police car and walked towards the door in the back of the house, since that was the only door to gain entry of the house. My mother knocked on the door, and me and my sister sat on a swing in the backyard waiting for my aunt to open up. It was a summer night, and the air was cool. As my aunt unlocked the door, my mother had told her what happened as we walked in, my mother and aunt allowing me and my sister to walk in. My sister was 2 at the time. As me and my sister walked in, we noticed some roaches crawling on the walls, so we kept our bags that we had close to us. I looked at my mom and said, "Mommy, I have to pee," crossing my legs and bouncing up and down. My aunt grabbed me by the hand and directed me towards the bathroom. Her house was big, so she had a bathroom upstairs, which had a tub and a toilet and sink, the usual bathroom, and then she had a downstairs. It's a bathroom which just had a sink and toilet but was very small. Her kitchen was in the basement for some strange reason, but that's besides the point. My aunt was getting ready to close the bathroom as I said an exclamation, "No, leave it open. Please." I don't know why I said please. She rolled her eyes and left it open. I sat down on the toilet, humming and swinging my legs, finishing my girly business. As I wiped myself, flushed the toilet, and walked towards the sink to wash my hands, which was near the door, I looked up at the top of the stairs and saw a naked ghost smiling at me with blood-red eyes. I stepped back, and as I stepped back, it kept looking at me, smiling, bending his finger back at himself, saying, "Come here." Screamed for my mother, and when she got to the bathroom, I had told her what I saw. My aunt, being the grouchy old woman that she was, flicked the light on that led upstairs and said, "There ain't nobody up there, girl." I stood there, holding my mother, panicking. When my aunt walked away, my mother looked down at me and said, "I've seen him before too. That's why I never go upstairs." We only stayed there that night, and then the next morning we went back home. I was terrified of what I saw, that I begged my mother to never let us go there again. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name's Not Important. And on this channel, we share scary stories, creepypastas, and paranormal videos. So if you like those kinds of videos, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I upload a new video. You can also check us out on our social media. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's story, which is The Naked Ghost. It all started when the main character was just 4 years old and her parents got into an argument. The police had to get involved, and they brought her little sister and her mother over to her aunt's house because her mother wanted to stay there for the night. The police dropped them off, and while her mother talked to her aunt, she and her sister waited patiently on a swing in the backyard, waiting for the door to be opened. Once they finally got inside the house, she and her sister noticed some roaches on the walls and decided to keep their things close to them. The main character then told her mother that she needed to use the restroom, and her aunt took her to the bathroom. Now this aunt sounds like a real peach. She has a lot of bathrooms, probably because she has a 2-story house. But she takes the main character to the downstairs bathroom, which only has a toilet and sink. Maybe she did this because she didn't want the main character to explore her house. The main character asked her aunt to keep the door open while she used the restroom, and her aunt reluctantly agreed. Once the main character finished her business, she walked to wash her hands when she turned around and saw a naked ghost standing at the top of the staircase, smiling at her with blood-red eyes. She then beckoned her over with his finger. Now I can only imagine how scared this little girl was. She then ran to her mother to tell her what she saw, but her aunt and mother both told her that there was no one there. Her mother even told her that she's seen the ghost before, which makes me wonder, does this ghost only appear to women? Because when the aunt came in the bathroom to check if everything was okay, she did not see anything. But when the main character and her mother were in there, they both saw the ghost. So maybe he only appears to females. Why did he only appear to them? Was it because they were related? Who knows? And why was the ghost naked? Was he trying to cover his shame? Or was he trying to say that he has a spirit and that he died tragically? We may never know. And why did the ghost invite her over? Is he lonely and he wanted company? Or was he trying to harm her? If he did want to harm her, why did he wait until she was 4 years old? Why not get her when she was a baby? There's so many questions running through my mind right now. But regardless, this story is terrifying and sad at the same time. This little girl had to see a ghost at such a young age. And on top of that, she couldn't even tell anyone. And they would just brush it off as a figment of her imagination. Imagine how that would make her feel. Like nobody believes you and your story. You think you're crazy? Maybe that's why the main character begged her mother to never take her there again. She knew that if she went there, she would never be the same again. I think this ghost needs to be shown more love and care. Seems really lonely and just wants someone to talk to. He's just misunderstood. I hope this ghost finds peace. And that's all for today's story. What did you guys think about today's story? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please do me a favor and hit that like button because it really helps me out. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.